I'm Chandler Jones, and welcome to KVWN News Channel 4 at 10 o'clock. Kate Woodson is not here today, so I will be her replacement. Today we have a very important newscast with stories ranging from the Paris disaster to the new Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, and what are his views on Canada and how will we change during the course of his next 5 years. First, I will send it off to Niall Hines in the field on his report on Justin Trudeau.
Hi, Niall Hines here. With the dust finally clearing from the 2015 Canadian election and almost 10 years of Stephen Harper coming to an abrupt end, which is the 4th longest in Canadian history, with, ironically, the longest serving Prime Minister being Pierre Trudeau with 15 years under his belt and his oldest son, Justin Trudeau, now taking part in Parliament, it raises a lot of questions in Canada. First off, will Justin Trudeau be able to maintain the unemployment rate in Canada, mostly in the context of teens? With the unemployment rate saying that it does calculate teen unemployment, does it really? And will this miscalculation hurt millions of teens when they graduate from post-secondary school and see that they have no jobs available in their field of work? While Justin Trudeau was in early stages of his campaign and first announced his policy on cutting middle-class taxes and new child benefits, he said, "Something about Canada just isn't the same as when we used to be growing up. Because when we were growing up, it seemed like the sky was the limit. If you worked hard, got a good education, and applied yourself, you could get a good job." He's talking about the issue that has been brought up to the table that teens today have a huge problem finding jobs in their field once they have graduated from post-secondary school. This is important for Canadians when it comes to paying their school tuition, which is at an all-time high average at $28,000 per student when they leave their school in search for work. With the nationwide unemployment rate at 6.8%, it may come across that we are doing well as a whole until you take into consideration that almost 40% of those who are unemployed are youth age 15 to 24, which can change the way you look at that 6.8% number completely. With the adult average unemployment in the world being very low right now at 4.5% versus the teen world unemployment being at 12.6%, it brings up an interesting question. Does the unemployment rate represent and benefit young Canadians who are our future? To this question, it's no. So what do we do? With the use of this indicator dating back to the 20th century, we have not been able to find a good enough alternative for the general unemployment rate and the flaws it brings to young Canadians. So for now, we are stuck with this rating when in the context of teens isn't very accurate. Since the normal unemployment rate doesn't take into consideration teens, economists have made a new unemployment rate just specifically for youth when we can further watch the problem that is going on in our country. With North America's youth unemployment nearing close to the highest rate on Earth, being at 17.4% and global average at 12.6%, it shows we need to take action and show our future generations not to be scared in finding a job in their field of work. We asked many university and college students if they were finding that they were having problems finding work in their field of work. We spoke to a man named Chris Davis, who graduated from the University of Toronto with a degree in aerospace engineering. He said, "When I graduated from U of T, I immediately went to look for work in my field. I applied everywhere, and it's been 9 months and no calls. I'm actually really pissed off. I put all my money and effort into university to be working at a coffee shop." We also spoke to a woman named Kelly Russell, who is in her second year of a 4-year program for software development. She told us that, I'm currently at Guelph University, and by the sounds of it, there are less and less jobs in my field every day that I sit in this seat, which scares me that I may not have a career for a while to pay off my massive student loan. Chris and Kelly are just 2 of the thousands of Canadians that are going through this time in their life and that are unemployed or can't even find a job at all. This is a massive problem for youth Canadians since tuition fees are at an all-time high. It's a very stressful time trying to pay tens of thousands of dollars with a minimum wage job. What I think we should be doing is finding a way to show how hard it is for our youth to find jobs after school. This will help us better understand unemployment numbers and better predict our future numbers to make sure they don't skyrocket before it's too late. Our generation has too much potential to be put into so much effort into something and have nothing come out at the end of it. This problem of job shortages in recent post-secondary students needs to be at the top of our Canadian goals and needs to be our main priority if we would love to make Canadian bright again. For KVWN, I'm Niall Hines.